Boker Tov, Erev Shabbat Shalom. Continuing now with the Halachot of Lashon Hara where we left off. Avak Lashon Hara. Yesterday we spoke about praising someone that will cause harm and praise that highlights a negative point. Both of these are considered Avak Lashon Hara. So today we'll continue with causing Lashon Hara, what we would call it instigating. If someone knows that two people don't get along, and by speaking about one party to the other, it will likely result in Lashon Hara, one must desist from bringing up the person's name. Again, this is a category of Avak Lashon Hara. This includes speaking to a craftsman about a competitor or speaking to a wealthy person about another well-to-do individual. The Chafetz Chaim explains that this falls under Avak Lashon Hara because I didn't say anything derogatory. I didn't say anything bad about either party. You mentioned the guy's name and it inspires or causes the person to react in a negative way, which is Lashon Hara. Your virtue of bringing up the name is considered Avak Lashon Hara. Now they say, however, to mention one's Yirat Shamayim to another individual is permitted, since he'll be happy for him and not jealous, and he will strive to emulate him and improve his own levels of Yirat Shamayim as well. So the idea of if you speak to someone about someone else's level of Torah, in theory it should be okay, but you should be smart about it. If someone is extremely jealous and he responds, no, he's not actually that smart, he's not actually that serious, then you should be mindful not to do it as well. They give more examples. If someone knows that his friend has a strained relationship with the community rabbi or betin, and he recently had a din Torah involving the rabbi or betin, he should not ask him how it went or what his outcome was. Invariably, this will lead to a tirade against the betin and much Lashon Hara being spoken. The next example, another example the Chafetz Chaim brings is the Chafetz Chaim adds that even if the subject is not known to have a negative relationship with the betin or rabbi, it is always better to refrain from asking a person what occurred at the recent din Torah, as it could lead to Lashon Hara, unless the questioner is inquiring about for constructive purposes, i.e., has a similar she'elah or something of the like. Such discussions should be avoided. So again, these are we're in the category of causing Lashon Hara. You have to be smart that if you ask something that the response will be negative about someone else, you must refrain from doing so. And lastly, last example for today, similarly, one should not inquire of a person who is inclined to speak Lashon Hara, how was the rabbi's Divrei Torah, or how was the shiur today, even if this is not a violation of Lifnei Lo Titei Mechshol, of placing a stumbling block for a blind person, it might still constitute Avak Lashon Hara by causing someone to answer negatively. Again, you should know the person. If he's not well trained in this aspect of Shmirat HaLashon, and you ask him how is the Divrei Torah, how is the shiur, and the guy has unfortunately an Ayin Ra'ah, sees the bad in everything, don't bring it up because you're causing him to respond in a negative way. This is the 8th category of Avak Lashon Hara. We'll continue with this next week. Chazak, Baruch, and Shabbat Shalom.